this hello crowd, we're in blackness. Because I realized that I can just turn the display capture off when I don't want people to see things. I'm a genius. Oh, I forgot to figure out a good way to poll on YouTube again. Uh, Genius. Flightsy. Flightsy, can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, phew, what happened? Everything went pitch black for a second. Hello. Becoming live. Living again. Hope these links work. Ba-da-dee-da-da-doo. Welcome aboard the Flightship, everyone. That's right. That's the intro. I have an intro. I know all of you didn't know that because I never use it. At least not nowadays. But I do. I have an intro. Flightsy? I did it. First try. Are you still there? I'm here. It happened again. Oh yeah, I had an issue with the audio earlier, so I had to play this cutscene more than once. Everything just went really dark. So dark, the light bulb doesn't even light it. Don't worry about that, Nico. That's just the game literally being closed, and your existence being completely just undefined. It's probably not important. You're fine. Meta moment. We've experienced a bit more meta moment. Like, better meta moments. But no, yeah, that's seems to be meta moments. What happens when you go to sleep without a bed? The whole game is a meta moment. Don't you just love Meta Knight's moments? They're the best moments in the game. When Meta Knight comes and has one of his classic meta moments. Let's give him the mediated water. Good thinking, Flightsy. This water should really help the seed grow. It sprouted a tiny leaf. Good luck, little plant. I think that's everything then, right? Like, we've said all the things to this. Well, if something else comes up. Yeah, we no longer have the water thing. We still have the feather. And the weird film. The light bulb. The amber. The... Yeah, we still have all this stuff. So that wasn't part of the main puzzle. It appears to entirely be a side puzzle. I'm not entirely sure. I'm having trouble remembering what the main puzzle was again. It had to do with the library. That sounds like you finished out. Yeah, it does seem like I finished it up. At the end. Gotta figure out what the main puzzle is then. I think I explored most of the city. I would hope video game creators just don't recognize when we close the game, or at the very least, it would be just a slight moment of darkness. I read like a horror story, or horror short story or something, about, it was called The Blink, where like suddenly we skipped forward, like the Earth skipped forward, like in its path, like almost like 3 months were gone in a second. And the reasoning that was given was someone was turning the Earth on and back on again, off and back on again. It was a fun one. So we have these lenses. We need to find an order, and because we need a picture taken, and we need a picture taken for the library card. But the question is, how do we figure out what order to draw? What order do the? Looks like a ram. Is it here? No, I don't think so. Earth has a virus. Did you try turning it off and on again? Yeah. It was a kind of hokey story, but it was also kind of fun. Maybe there's something in here? Understanding robots. Some empty glass jars. There's some broken glass in there. Bed. Empty coffee cup. It says, thank you for working so hard, Mr. Lamplighter. Framed photo of someone. Big books. Ah, there's a dictionary. Some of the words are underlined. Most of the words are underlined. So we need to find something that tells us, like, what order to put the lenses in on the camera. If you all don't remember the camera, I guess I can go there. Oh, that sounds nice. Big Sonic plush. But do you have a life-size Sonic plush? So we have this camera, right? It didn't do anything. And we have these 3 lenses, right? These 4 lenses. And we have 4 slots. So obviously we need to put the lenses in there. But the question is, what order? So we need to find something that tells us what order these lenses are in. Maybe he's the one that had the language. Hey, look, what voice did I give this person? Hey, you looking for something? Something like that, close. Yeah, I need to go find a library card now. Any idea where I can get one? From the library? It wasn't quite this squeaky, because I first did the voice when they were frustrated. Like, come on, was because that's the first line. From the library? I tried that already. The person in charge wasn't here. Oh, maybe check out the factory? You could just take the stairs at the end of this street and make a turn. There's a lot of scientists there. Scientists read books, right? So a few pages of Under Us. It was surprisingly more mature than No. Is Underlist a specific, like, thing? I thought Underlist was just generally, like, the horny AU they made. I didn't think there was, like, a story behind it. They might help you. Well, good luck. You too. With the lamp. No, it's like, it's because the original voice it was, come on! But I'm doing it too squeaky, like I'm getting voice cracks on it. I'm not doing it quite right now. I think that's Undertale. There's different ones. Oh, gosh dang it. Oh, it wasn't, no, Funky, like, the Funky one was the one, yeah, it was the Funky one. That was the one, how much music? The Funky verse or something. That was the one where it was like a virus or something that made people like radical or something. Like as in like, you know, like the old whatever they call it, like 90s radical, not like actual radical. They weren't like radicals, like extremist terrorists. Oh look, the factory. I just completely missed this area, so good thing that he told me about it. In order to gain access, further access to the labs, you must pass the security system test. You must change the color of the lights into a specific configuration in a fun, puzzle-like way. Oh, that's interesting. Underlist Frisk's shirt is the asexual flag. Now I have to find out what the deal is. You know, why does this always streaming was a bad idea? No, now I need to know. I'll look at that later. Allow me. Two lights correct. Access denied. 9 tries left. Oh, it's like Mastermind. It's like Mastermind. Undo Azure died just a few seconds after being born? What? Oh gosh dang it. Gotta have the Underlist lore. Because we know you didn't want to know otherwise. We're forcing it on you when you have a captive audience. The luminescence index of liquid red phosphor decreased by a factor of 3.57 this past week. Alarming, to say the least. That's the sharpest decline I've seen, and the number is only increasing. We will have to further concentrate the phosphor now, for it to be of any use. It's hard to believe, but there's a good chance the city will run out of light in as little as 6 months. What are we gonna do? If the city runs out of light, well, I don't want to think about what happens then. A bunch of words are on the screen. I don't understand any of it. Oh, okay. So, look, let's stop going into the Unlust lore right now. Let's leave that alone. I'll explore that in my own time. But it is interesting. The idea that there might be more to it than just mindless internet stuff is at least intriguing. So I'm curious. It's a big little box with complicated machinery inside. It's a big little box with lots of machinery inside. This one has a robot in it. It may help you to go one color at a time. Oh, it's the mastermind puzzle. Beep boop. This is the printer room where machine parts are made. Also robots. It could also help to write down previous attempts. It's a bit. They're telling me how to play Mastermind. If all else fails, wait for the puzzle reset. Maybe you'll get an easier one next time. They're telling me how to play Mastermind. I've played Mastermind before. Alright. Two lights correct. 3 lights correct. Okay. 2 lights correct. Four lights correct. 4 lights correct, so it's this one. 4 lights correct. Access granted. This is not the most efficient way to play Mastermind. It's also not technically Mastermind, because it doesn't tell you. It just tells you the amount of lights correct and not which ones, which leads to less strategic possibilities. Oh yeah, Mom loves Mastermind. You what Mastermind is like? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Wordle. Yes, Mastermind is the old person version of Wordle, but without words. It's just colored pegs that no one seems to remember. Also, I don't think a puzzle should be your security door, because people can solve that. Maybe make an actual passcode. The security system has been temporarily deactivated. Would you like to reset it? I don't think I want to go through that again. It's not that hard, Nico. Come on, someone hasn't been playing enough Mastermind. Oh, that's just great. This looks good. Good situation. My robot! What happened? I don't know. I left for a minute and... Oh, you know what Mastermind is like. What am I gonna do? So, the robots can be gotten by the glitches. That's not good. It said that Underlust is misinterpreted is what I'm getting at. I was out looking up the EU's fish to check if I was getting the shirt thing right, but the first image is just female fish. It's sad. I suppose yes, but there is also something interesting to analyze there. Without that tragedy, there's... It almost becomes more interesting. I wonder what the author would do in this situation. Dr. Silverpoint usually references his works. So is there implying that the author and Dr. Silverpoint are not the same person? The Baron's engineer just reported another sighting of the particle in the cliff area. Well, nothing unusual at this point. The square particles just took out 2 of my robots in the glen. We might have to put off the water analysis project for now. No, not the water analysis robots! Oh, yeah. Oh, that is actually sad, though, getting bullied off the internet because you made a controversial work, even if you actually put thought into it. They took down the water robots. Monitoring. That person is probably slacking off on the job. I don't think that saying monitoring is actually a good effective. I picked up some more disruptions in Sector 8 of the city. This is consistent with our early findings. Not good at all. This is consistent with our early findings that everything is going badly. I can barely keep my eyes open, man. How does Dr. Silverpoint get all that energy? These robots are malfunctioning at a frightening rate. Physical damage from square particle anomalies is almost impossible to revert. No living person could touch them unless they have a death wish. But if we're lucky, sometimes the squares go away on their own. But not before taking away one of the robot's arms or legs. Or head. Okay. Boop. We are waiting to be repaired. I don't know if you've ever seen a headless robot before, but it is quite a sight to behold. And also quite dangerous. We've seen headless robots, but they were disactivated. Boop. Do they all say this? This one's not on. This one is inactive. Same thing. I cannot stop spinning. This is so tedious. I miss the good old days before a robot repairing robots broke down. Now all the robots have to be assembled by actual people. But aren't you a robot? No? I mean, do I sound like a robot to you? Not really. But your head is a TV? What does that have to do with anything? Ellipses? Never mind. Like, TV head has nothing to do with it. That man's playing Galaga. Thought I wouldn't notice, but we did. I'm guessing that's a reference to something that I'm forgetting. Are they actually playing Galaga? No. If I'm with the creator, I would encourage them to get back in the internet. So they think I'm okay with it. Once that AU, I just hope the creator is alive and well. I mean, this thing just does sometimes happen, and I do think that although there's this nice fantasy about like the justice and stuff, I would like to point out that like if you actually did get the chance to talk to the creator, it could be considered quite annoying trying to like convince them to go back. I don't know. It just popped to mind. There's a shelf full of little machine parts and tools I don't recognize. A coffee machine. It's almost empty. I feel like it's almost better to leave well enough alone than to try and go into it. Gotta turn off on the internet and on the internet because my internet's acting weird. Have you tried hitting it with a sledgehammer? That always works. None of us have been sleeping very well in light of recent events. The apocalypse will do that to you. That's why my sleep patterns are terrible. The square particles took out a few of my robots last weekend. She fell asleep. She's still asleep. That's a bookshelf. Into the final door. Hello? Oh, is this Dr. Silverpoint? Oh, shoot! No, she has a portrait. We gotta do a voice. Oh, shoot! What's a good voice? What's a good voice for her? Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Maybe not with the softness of things. Oh, shoot. If I had known you would be here so soon, I would have turned off the dark lock. Well, hello there. Hello there. Sorry about the weird security measures. It's okay. Flightship helped me solve it. Did they now? So, can I help you with anything? I don't know what voice I'm doing. I just heard your sledgehammer comment by the time you read this about a minute ago. Right, delays. Sorry, that's just how things be. Yeah. Do you know I could get a library card? A library card? You'll have to ask the library for that. I tried. I needed it to see the head librarian, but I can't get to see her without a library card. But at the same time, she's the one who gives out library cards. Really? Heh, that sounds like George, alright. I'm sorry you caught her on a bad day. Aw. Wait, I know. I could just give you my library card. It won't be hard for me to get another one. Wow, thanks. There, you're all set. I think. Wait. Shoot. I forgot. The front desk library box have facial recognition. And my photo in the card won't match you. Unless I tape a photo of my face to your face. That was a joke. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky and the robot will take it anyway. Worst comes to worst, you can always find someone to take a photo. I don't know what voice I'm doing. This is Dr. Silverpoint, which the head engineer was all emo about. General Cannoli. So, you were walking all over the world, huh? Mm-hmm. Geez, I can't imagine. Do you get really tired sometimes? Kinda. But I don't mind. It's actually really pretty. I'm glad you think so. Even with the sun gone, the world is still a beautiful place. What did the world look like with the sun? Oh, it's kind of embarrassing to admit how little of it I actually seen. Well, ironic, isn't it? I made BF from FNF into Vector. The format Vector. I think you'd have a British accent. I do not know why. I don't know what the format vector is. Do you mean like where you cut out the background or something? Ironic, isn't it? Even though I'm the world's leading researcher, all I do is stay here and build robots. They're the ones exploring the world. I just write down the data, crunch numbers, generate graphs. Right, I've been seeing robots everywhere. I just thought it was because the world was too dangerous for most people to explore. That's not far from the truth, actually. But I know someone who still does his research firsthand. Oh? Even after segments of land started collapsing and access to the more remote areas became difficult. Okay, trying to do the British accent and the voice. I already settled with this voice, but... Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, I should have just done the British accent. I mean, he outright built a machine that could fly. Something we all thought was not physically possible. It's called a plane. Oh, that's... I asked him about working with us, so he provides us with all sorts of insights from time to time. But for some reason, he really didn't want to build robots. Or, more specifically, coding them. Oh, because... No, it's not... Is it you? Because the author's been popping up. I used this to my advantage so I can say what Ed's about. I made him into a Sonic character. Oh. I see. Wait. So, it's hard to get... because we've seeing references to Dr. Silverpoint, which is presumably her, and we've been seeing references to the author, which appear to be different people, but it's hard for me to keep straight in my head which ones were referring to which. So we know the person with the flying machine that visits the children is the author, and they've been popping up places, but I'm not sure about... And we know, I think the head engineer at the Barons, they were talking longingly about someone who's in their diary. I think that might have been Silverpoint? I don't know. How come? Beats me! I mean, he's happy to work with robots. In fact, he even... It's been a while since we last talked. He must be busy with his books now, yeah. Don't overwork yourself, okay? Don't tell me what to do. Your journey is just as important as your end goal. Cliche, but true. I really want to know... I'll probably straighten it out by looking at the wiki afterwards. What should I make BF into now? Like Zelda, an Undertale monster, or something else? I don't know. I don't know what... we could put it on a poll. No, we're not doing another poll. Just joking. I don't know. Make him into a OneShot character. Yes, I know. Anyway, there's an important thing. Something was broken out from the shelf. It's a tube of glitter glue. You can have that if you want. You never know when you need to glitter things up, right? Oh, are you sure? Yeah, I have tons of those. Thank you. I do like Silverpoint. I don't quite like the voice I gave her, but like, it's not bad, and it's Like, it's not terrible though.